working folk don't have a chance unless we organise. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on?
The other thing that I wanted to talk about briefly was Firewatch. So Firewatch is a Facebook group, so I'm sure there's a couple of admins here that I can see, and I'm sure quite a lot of you are members of Firewatch. And what it is a Facebook group that was started about 2-3 years ago. It's quite small. It was about dealing with the emotional implications of disaster and particularly bushfires. So, but what happened last year in the October fires was a group of 200-300 people is now well over 4,000, and it became a central hub for information sharing during the fires in a way that I think was quite amazing, and was able to fulfil a hole in communications that as well as they did, the RFS and the ABC couldn't fill. So I'll give you an example of some of the things that we did during the fires. So we had live blogging from all of the RFS meetings. So we had on one night, we had people in Hazelbrook, Katoomba and Warramoo all at the same time, all live blogging in the group, the information for people who couldn't get there themselves. We did a lot of rumour checking and myth busting. So, no, Katoomba is not on fire. No, Katoomba is not on fire. A lot of checking and supporting people how to make a plan and what to do. And then we also did some very, very micro things. So we had people posting in the group, I'm in Sydney, my neighbour in this street, I haven't heard from her, I can't get hold of her. Someone go, I'm just around the corner, I'll drop in, quick, yep, I'm here, she's fine, she's evacuating right now, everything's sorted. And so that sort of micro level communication was extraordinary. And then after the fires, we were able to help with the donations in terms of please stop giving stuff. And who needed what and where. Same with the RFS brigades, being able to coordinate support and help for each of those local brigades. And then in the period after the fire, there's been a lot of very direct liaison with basically politicians. Council, the mayor and other councillors have been very available. State and federal, not necessarily representatives now, but perhaps in the future, have also been incredibly valuable. And we've been able to coordinate with council staff and talk about things like insurance, rebuilding, all of those kinds of things, and people connecting up together. So we're going to do a lot of analysis in the next few months of what worked and what didn't. But I think it's an interesting way of seeing that social media can actually be really helpful in an emergency. It's not just the rumour mill, it's not terrible, it's not awful. It actually was fabulous, and it worked really, really well. So that's something that we're going to do quite a lot of work on in the next 6 months, the admin group, just to kind of say, well, how do we do it? Now that the scramble's kind of over, what worked, what didn't, and what can other communities kind of learn. So that's me.
That's 2 seconds to go.